Hey, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And today, we're going to do an unboxing. The Range Boss. Blade length 4 inches, overall length 9 1/4 inches. Steel 4034 SS stainless steel. 4034 stainless steel. This is my first knife with 4034 stainless steel. Very first knife. So I don't know anything about this steel. I know it's a very inexpensive steel. And it's my understanding that it's a lot like Oz 8. Weight 3.4 ounces. Nice weight. Blade thickness 3.5 millimeters. Nice blade thickness. They kept the same blade thickness as they did with the Broken Skull. Handle 5 1/4 inches. Okay, doing the opening today is my Broken Skull. One of my Broken Skulls. I have a couple of these. Absolutely love the Broken Skull. I don't really care for the name, but I love the knife. I love it because it's lightweight, super thin. Now, those of you who talk about wanting gentleman's knives, this is what I would call like a tactical gentleman's knife or a hunting gentleman's knife or whatever, because this is really a hunting design, a folding hunter design. And I think it first came out with Charade. But I won't swear to that, but my oldest knives that have this design are Charade knives. Like the Old Timer and, what was the other one? I forget, but it was the Charades, like the 25 OT or something like that. And Charade and Old Timer. I forget all the two different Charade models that they made. Oh, Uncle Henry and Charade made this pattern. Some of my first big knives I used to carry back in the day, back when I was a youngster, hunting with my father, was the Charades and the buck knives. This pattern for Charades and the buck knives, buck 110s. I think they were called a 250 or 25 OT or something like that. I can't remember. But this is an excellent knife. And the way that I like to carry this knife, I'll carry it inside my vest pocket, and I'll carry this one because I like to have matching sets of knives. I'll carry this one in my front right pocket. And when I carry these, it's often like when I ride my motorcycle, because I'll carry one in my pocket and one inside my leather vest in the gun pocket of my motorcycle vest. But I absolutely love this. This one's been all tricked out with the Snaggletooth products, the aluminum ring and the aluminum Snaggletooth MF products. Absolutely love it. Well, that's these. But now we're going to talk about the new one, the new kid on the block. The new kid on the block is the Range Boss. So it's not the Broken Skull no more, it's the Range Boss. There's the specs. Bar. Okay, let's open up and see what we got here. I'm digging it already. I think it's kind of cool already. Like I said, I don't know anything about this steel. I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to hold a super good edge or anything like that. I expect it to be sort of like a like a Krupp stainless steel or a Japanese Oz 8A stainless steel, something along that line. Or a Chinese HCR 13 MOV steel. It feels just like, as far as the handle on this one feels, I like the way this feels a little bit better. I like the way this one's G10 with the CTS XHP blade. DLC coated. But other than that, it's the same thing. And this one's got a Grivery or Grivex handle scale instead of G10, and a 4034 stainless steel blade instead of a CTS 6HP stainless steel blade. Nice stonewash finish. That's a really nice stonewash finish. Range Boss. I like this name better than Broken Skull, I must admit. It's a little bit cooler. I like the colors of this knife too. They never made these. They never made these with black handles. And the handle's kind of flexy. As opposed to the G10 model, which isn't flexy at all. So if you don't like a flexy handle, try to find one of these. This one doesn't have a flexy handle. I like this better. I'm not big on flexi handles, so I could pinch this all the way closed almost. So I don't know about that. And side to side strength, I could make the whole knife flex. But other than that though, it's a nice knife. This one has aluminum backspacer, I think. Yep, aluminum backspacer. It's cold to the touch. So it lets me know it's a metal backspacer. I know it's probably 6061 aluminum. This one feels like it's warm to the touch, so I'm going to say it's probably Grivery. It's probably a Grivery backspacer. But this would be an okay knife though for everyday cutting chores though. It centers out nice and perfectly. Very well made. It's just that I think these handle scales, for my liking, are a little bit on the thin side. I would probably like this knife better if they would have made it with a little bit thicker handle scales. And the reason why I would like it to be thicker, so it'd just be stronger. Because this is super flexy. It's probably the most flexiest handle scale I've ever had on a cold steel knife. I've never had a cold steel knife with flexy handle scales like this. It looks like it needs some aluminum or something in here to give it some extra support. So obviously the Griv X is probably not as strong as the G10, because the G10 is stiff. This is stiff like if it was made out of steel. Stainless steel would have more flex than this one has. So this one with the G10 handle scales, if you want to get one of these knives, I would recommend one of the older ones. I would recommend the Broken Skull. And they also had a model before this. It was called the Lone Star. I have one of those too, but it's in the safe, so I didn't pull it out. But it's a Lone Star, and it's made with Oz 8, and it has stainless steel liners with like a handle scale. It's supposed to look like chip bone or whatever, but it's not. It's like some sort of plastic for the handle scale. I forget what they call it. But this is the one I like. These that Cold Steel makes with this pattern, I like this. I like these the best. The last generation, the Broken Skulls. The Steve Austin Broken Skull. Yeah, I know. They try to make it sound like Steve Austin, designed this knife. This knife's been around since, as far as I know, since the early 60s. Maybe even longer ago. The one I got, the oldest one I got is like from 1960, the mid 60s I think it is, mid to late 60s. Or 1963 it might be, or something like that. The oldest one I got with this pattern. I think they call it the Mustang pattern, handle pattern. But it was considered to be a folding hunter. These were supposed to be hunting knives, folding hunting knives. But I like this one. If you want to have a knife that's not going to imprint in your pants, and you want a 4-inch, this is a little bit over 4 inches for the blade, 4 1/4. And if you want something to have, good, what do you call it? Good reach, or if you need it for self-defense, or if you want just a cutting knife, these are excellent cutters because they got a full flat ground blade, 3.5 millimeter blade. They're super sharp. Like all cold steels are super sharp. I absolutely love the Broken Skulls. But I'm not so sure if I'm in love with the Range Boss. This is my set that I've been carrying together for a long time. For probably about 4 or 5 years now. I like this set, and I have another set, which is a large towel war and a holdout. My original towel war and my original holdout. I think it's a holdout 2, the 4-inch blade holdout, and the 4-inch blade towel war. And I've polished both of those so they match. That's another matching set that I like to carry on my bike all the time too. But this set and the towel war set are my 2 favorite sets to carry when I'm riding a bike around town and stuff where you can't carry super big knives. This one's cool though. It'd be a good work knife, you know, no doubt. It's just that I wish they'd have made these handle scales a little bit more stout. That'd be my only beef with this one. Other than that, it's just like this one. I don't know how good the steel is, but this is a budget blade. This one costs, it was under $100. I can't remember what it cost, but it was close. It was up in the upper digits, closer to 100. But this one was only like $30 or something like that. I can't remember what I paid. It was like a little bit over $30 at Midway. And I think for that price, it's a decent knife. I just wish they would have made these handle scales either stiffer or thicker or whatever, so they weren't so flexy. Like I said, you can flex these all the way closed. So, and I'm a person who doesn't really care for flexy handles. And like I said, side to side, see the whole handle flexes. I don't like that. But I do like the knife though. It's just the handle scales need to be thicker. They need to improve the handle scales. Maybe they need to put G10 handle scales. Go back to the G10. Because maybe Grivery doesn't work for this. It's not strong enough. It doesn't have enough rigid strength to it. Grivery though, when it's thicker, like on the SR1, it works perfectly fine. That one doesn't have any flex. I think this is just too thin for Grivery. See, I can't do that on this. So that's the difference. G10 is definitely a lot stronger than Grivery. As far as I can tell. But other than that, it functions nice. Perfectly centered. But I only need to be getting one of these. I'm just going to get one. I have several of these in different colors, but I'm only going to have this one. Because it'll just be a nice addition to my collection, so. Because I have the Lone Star and I have the Broken Skulls. I like the Broken Skulls, so I got more than one of those. And now I have one of these for my collection. I wasn't too big on the Lone Star when that one came out either. The Lone Star and the Mackinac, I got both of those at the same time, the Oz 8 ones. Because when I got them in person, I didn't really care for the way the handles looked. That handle scale material that they put on over the stainless steel, I didn't really care for that. Sure, I probably could have dyed it or something, made it look different or whatever, then it'd been a cool knife. This functions nicely. Nothing's wrong with the way it functions. I think the handle skills just need to be stronger. But this would be a nice little lightweight knife. You know, if you don't have a whole lot of money or whatever to buy, one of these, this would be a nice little option. If you want something that's going to be flat in your pocket, more like a gentleman's knife, and not have any imprinting or anything, I think these would be perfectly fine. But out of these so far that Cold Steel's made, this one's my favorite. These are my favorites, the Broken Skulls. Well, that's it for that. Just do a little short video for you guys today. I've been kind of busy. I might have something really awesome to show you guys next month. Something I've been working on this week. And I hope I can show it to you guys next month. But anyway, peace out, Stiletto. Hope everybody's doing good out there.